Here's my warning and prediction from 2025 to 2030. Now we're going to break down facts, figures, numbers, logic. Not hype, not hopium, but the facts of what is actually happening. If you don't understand, have not researched Bitcoin treasury companies, just type in Bitcoin treasury companies. This is your homework for today. Type in Bitcoin treasury companies in Google. As of today, which is December 9th, 2025, I'm going to be investing in about 5 minutes, so I think the market just opened, in what's called XXI. Not financial advice. I'm just being open and transparent with what I'm doing and explaining to you why I'm doing the things that I do. Empowering you to go do your own research, to buy great companies at fair prices, Warren Buffett style, to operate in your circle of competency. So XXI goes live right now on the New York Stock Exchange. I'm going to be putting that into my stock side of my portfolio. Why? 21 Capital is a number 3 Bitcoin treasury company. That's why I want you to look up Bitcoin treasuries, which is XXI. There's XXII, so be careful. It's going to be 21 Capital's company that is connected to Cantor, Tether, SoftBank. Now Cantor should be another hint. 21 Capital linked up with Cantor is Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary of the United States. Howard Lutnick passed the company on to his son, Brandon Lutnick. Howard Lutnick and Trump are connected. Steve Witkoff and Trump are connected. Eric Trump and obviously Trump are connected. So all of these connections, my understanding of the banking system, my understanding of the rewiring of the plumbing of the banking system is how I make my decisions. So if you pull up the Bitcoin treasury companies, you have Strategy B number 1. They were the first Bitcoin treasury, which was MicroStrategies. Now remember, BlackRock was going through the back door through MicroStrategies, was a top 3 holder in MicroStrategies. So as they told you Bitcoin's a fraud, they didn't change their position in MicroStrategies when he went all in as a Bitcoin treasury. So he went all in on a Bitcoin treasury. BlackRock didn't change their position. That was in 2020. They were the first Bitcoin treasury. Now that list you're going to see is the top 100 Bitcoin treasuries. There are hundreds of Bitcoin treasury companies now. You got Strategy number 1, 21 Capital number 3, Coinbase number 8, Trump Media number 11, and the one I've been talking about, American Bitcoin, went from 0 Bitcoin in April to the number 23 Bitcoin treasury in the world. 4,300 Bitcoin in just 6 months. So I think by seeing this and understanding the Bitcoin treasury companies, that'll help you understand that they are rewiring the financial system. You're going to see thousands of companies by 2030. This is where it goes to my prediction. You're going to see thousands of companies with Bitcoin treasuries. We have one for our small businesses. The reason why there's Bitcoin treasury companies is because number 1, it's the fastest growing, most profitable investment over the last 10 years. Bitcoin's grown 50% every single year. Now you're seeing Bank of America, Franklin Templeton, Vanguard, JP Morgan, PNC Bank, they're all coming into crypto. So here's what's going to happen by 2030. Your banks are going to be begging to custody your cryptocurrency. They're going to be begging for you to allocate anywhere from 1 to 4% of XRP. I'm going to think Bitcoin, Ethereum, probably Solana. You're going to be start diversifying your portfolio into cryptocurrency. The very banks that told you it's a fraud. And you're going to see it's going to be very common for companies that have Bitcoin treasuries because they want to hold something on their balance sheet that is extremely, extremely valuable and extremely scarce. Here's why. Your dollar is inflationary, and the elites are quietly positioning themselves in deflationary assets that have fixed supplies because the system is changing. You can't just keep printing money in a low interest rate environment and expect it not to go off a cliff. Well, the car's falling off a cliff. And guess what? They're positioning themselves in Bitcoin, gold, silver, deflationary assets as they rewire the new system. And yes, there will be a boom and bust cycle. You can't print a ton of money in a low interest rate environment. At some point, there'll be a winner and a loser. And I'm positioning my family in deflationary assets in companies that I believe will survive the stock market collapse, will rise after for the future monetary system in the next 100 years. So that's how I'm making my decisions, not financial advice. I just want to be open and transparent with you guys. That by 2030, my top will be XRP, Bitcoin, WL as in Larry, FI, World Liberty Financial, ABTC, and now I'm stacking XXI. I'm going to buy a little bit today, not a ton. I'm going to buy a little bit. When it pumps and dumps, I'm going to start dollar cost averaging in, which will give me access to one of the top 3 Bitcoin treasuries, American Bitcoin climbing up, all in the picks and shovels, the gold, and the infrastructure. I hope this helps. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Love you guys.